I believe we were literally right at the beginning of the investigation. We're probably not going to be able to do the trial tonight, just because I gotta get up pretty early, and I've been staying up late. But we'll at least get through the investigation tonight. Then I'll have to figure out dinner, probably pretty late. Anyway, when last we left our heroes, a creepy cult dude died. Numb feelings spread from the center of my brain almost instantly. Yeah, that happened. You know, fun stuff happened last time. Nagito is super dead. Even when I saw this before me, I wasn't able to comprehend that reality.
Huh?
What? Oh my god.
What?
What's going on here?
You serious?
Is he really dead? He's not pretending to be dead, is he? I mean, it's Nagito, you know? That's right, it is Nagito. He always mess with us. He always try to confuse us. That's why I can't believe it. Nagito ended up in such a cruel state. He's dead. Deep down, I believe that when the killings finally ended, I'd never see this guy again. I never expected I'd be looking at his body like this, though. Nagito probably thought the same thing. I couldn't help seeing it in his dead, frightened face. But on this island, unbelievably abnormal occurrences happen all the time. Even Nagito couldn't escape that truth. But even something as small as that... Hey, the body announcement.
A body has been discovered! Now then, after a certain amount of time has passed, the class trial will begin!
Alright.
Don't tell me.
The body discovery, not... Then it's for real.
Hey!
That Nagito's really dead?
Damn it.
It's not just that he's dead. If the body discovery announcement was made, does that mean Nagito was killed? Well, I mean, he does have a lot of things piercing his insides right now.
It's me, Gyro Street Boy, Whitey Pirate.
Oh man, Drex, thanks for gifting a sub. Appreciate that. Killed?
That's right.
Plus, it's one of us. I mean, that's what it means, right? It's true. One of us killed him so brutally? Then it's going to start again. The class trial is going to start soon, right? Up to now, it could have been a suicide. I mean, yeah, it could have been a suicide. It's hard to tell. Yep, we gotta do it. We gotta find out who Nagito's killer is.
Hey! Hey!
No matter who you guys sacrifice, you're determined to survive and leave this island, right? Then the time for action is now. So, allow me to give you the familiar Monokuma fight. Hold it right there! What? Don't get in my way like that. I was about to whip out the Oh, okay, Monokuma file. There we go. In such a cool way.
You stupid brother!
Shut up! I can't stand this anymore. How much longer are you gonna keep putting them through this? No more, I won't let you. I'll make sure I pulverize your evil intentions.
Hey, hey!
Say something. You weren't able to watch the whole race. Drex won the race. We were both on the final boss at the same time, but he got through it faster than me.
What's this?
Oh, now I remember who you are. You're Monami.
Hey!
You just now noticed?
Lie.
Anyway, Monami, if you're gonna talk about my intentions, why don't you talk about yours first? What are your intentions anyways? Why are you keeping everyone cooped up on this island? I'm sure everyone here wants to know too, you know? What? No fair! You're shutting up too!
Please wait!
Enough already. We already have enough to deal with concerning Nagito. Please do not say anything else that will confuse us.
Hey.
Anyway, let's begin.
Hmm?
But...
This is just...
I mean, in the end, we still have to do it, right? As long as a killing happens, we can't do anything about it, right? We have no choice but to do it, right? Besides, it's our fault that we couldn't even prevent it. I know, that's the only way we can survive, right?
Nice!
Who cares about Nagito? Well, I mean, Nagito's an asshole, but if they don't figure out who killed him, everybody else still dies. So you still have to care. Unfortunately. Although this death is really brutal. Holy shit.
Don't fuck with me!
Tired of this shit too, you know? That's why I'll definitely make sure to finish this for good this time.
This is kind of
Does that mean you guys are getting bored of this school trip?
actually.
Don't worry, the end is near. The end.
What's the matter?
Don't make a face like a pig that's about to become bacon. You've already noticed it, right? The meaning behind that Monokuma timer? I guess there's only 2 days left, huh? When that timer reaches 0 2 days from now, what will happen to us? Huh? The killing school trip will be over.
Hey, hey!
If this will finally be over,
serious?
does that mean we can go home?
What are you gonna do?
Don't count your bears before they've hatched. There's still something you gotta do before that, right? So, once again...
The Monokuma file! Phew.
you guys need to find out who Nagito's killer is and survive the class trial. If this ends here, there won't be an afterword at all.
Do your best. Wait!
Hold on!
I won't forgive you.
I won't let you escape this time. There's some shenanigans afoot. Bacon. Yeah, bacon does sound good. What do you guys think? If the school trip is nearly at an end, it's safe to think we can go home, right?
But still,
Kazuichi, I understand how you feel, but we need to focus on Nagito's case first.
Damn it!
Even if we can go home, it'll be the end of us if we screw up here.
all right.
And let's hurry up and solve Nagito's case so we can all go back home.
However,
It is nice to think everyone can go home, but that is impossible, right? I mean, someone in this room killed Nagito. I could not believe it because the victim was Nagito. His death was so abnormally cruel. It wasn't just that, there was something more to it than that. Whatever it was stuck inside me. Oh man, I'm jealous, Rex. Don't talk like that. I need to eat dinner still and I haven't cooked anything. I'm negligently playing games on Twitch instead of cooking. Alright, anyway. First we need to look at the Monokuma file. The victim is Nagito Kamaida. Body was discovered inside the warehouse near Monokuma plushie factory. Estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. High noon. Hajime Nada. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. What a tragic situation. Just reading this is making me depressed. Is there something wrong with this Monokuma file? Again? But what's wrong with it? Just hop a 2-hour flight? It is a short flight, that's true. If you find someone invading your kitchen in the middle of the night, don't worry, Drex. It's me robbing your bacon. Yeah. They killed Hope Dude. Well, I mean, it was inevitable, right? There are multiple stab wounds on his thigh. So, the cause of death mentions all the wounds, but it doesn't mention what actually killed him. What is that rope next to him? Why is he tied up?
Yep.
It's definitely weird. Well, I guess I'll find out if I look around. That's what the investigator's for. Don't worry or form conclusions on your own. That makes me more worried than I should be. Well, we can discuss it later. Right now is our only chance to investigate. We should investigate first.
See?
If we don't, there won't be anything for us to discuss. Well, I guess you're right. Let's start with the area surrounding Nagito's body. It should start with the back of the warehouse. Since the curtain blocked most of the water, this area wasn't affected by the sprinklers. Thanks to that, I could properly investigate his body. I never thought I'd have to investigate Nagito's body. What is this thing? Why is there a plushie here? Monokuma's dead! There's blood coming out of his stomach. Wait. No response. He's dead, Jim. What? Just kidding, I'm not dead. Why is he tied? What is with the one broken rope? Yeah, I don't really understand what any of that means. Not right now, anyway. this one of those life-size plushies that were being produced at the factory? If you're mistaking a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you. But you're a stuffed animal. Don't put oversized garbage there! It's so misleading! What are you calling oversized garbage? Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? Then why'd he do it? Making a hole like it got stabbed and going to the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood. Trying to imitate Nagito's body or something?
What are you
I had
saying?
nothing to do with that. What?
You're so evil.
He's probably lying. Seriously, you're always lying. You should just die like that plushie over there.
What's this?
You seem more pissed than usual these days, Monami, but you better watch what you say. If I feel like it, I can wipe you out easily, you know? I won't give in to your threats. I'll fight you till the very end.
Can't lose.
I will definitely take back the seat of world supremacy for Monokuma. It wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? Could the killer have done it? Is this Nagito's blood? Why is there a plushie with a hole in it and a lot of blood? It could have been used as like a silencer, I guess? Or something? I didn't see any gunshot wounds though. Here's all the fire grenades we threw that hit the curtain. Ultimate lucky student, right? Yeah, maybe the luck is what broke the rope. What was in the fire grenades, too? Like the plastic bottles that were supposed to have something to put out the fire. Somebody had tampered with the fire equipment. So did that fuel the fire? Oh, there's a lighter here. Wow. It looks like they used the Monokuma cardboard stands to actually light the fire because they dropped it like a domino. Interesting thing.
Just kidding.
Ah, an oil lighter. Someone probably wanted to keep warm.
Bring it on.
It's the most foolish thought. It's clearly the cause of the fire.
Well,
Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone lets go of them.
which means
Oh, I know what happened. So when they tried to break in the door, it was sort of barred in a way. So it was kind of hard to open. So what happened is they stacked up cardboard Monokumas in a domino pattern to the end. So when they pushed open the door, it knocked them all down and then lit the fire. Question is, who set that up? What's weird is, I wonder if Nagito set that up, but then why is he all stabbed through? Because he said something earlier about believing in his ultimate luck to keep him alive. So did he think like he would survive the fire and tried to set them up for it or something? Or did somebody else actually set it up to try and like implicate someone else for the murder and hide the cause of death or something? Interesting. Yeah, there's definitely a Rube Goldberg going on. This is interesting to me.
you are right.
So we're probably planning to destroy evidence by setting the warehouse on fire. Cause the fire? Destroy evidence? That's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set fire to their crime scene. Otherwise, like... Whoa, what happened? Holding left makes me go right. That's weird. What? I don't want to look at this again. I already looked at this. Bamboozled again. I want to skip this. I clicked on the wrong thing. I'm sorry. Why are my controls reversed? Hello. It's not reversed in the menu. That is so weird. Alright, there's nothing else of real interest, I guess, other than his body. It mattered for Gundam's killing and for Mikon's, but it looks like this time it's different. It doesn't matter this time. What doesn't matter?
So,
The time! Like, the time doesn't matter. It was clearly written in the Monokuma file. The time of death was noon sharp. If it was at noon, what were we doing at that time? What were we doing? Well, right now it's 12:30! So it also has a clock. Then that means Nagito died 30 minutes ago. It happened that recently. He's totally fresh. Fresh seems like a bad way to describe it. If it happened 30 minutes ago, was it around the time we were struggling with the bombs? You're right, those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon.
Alright!
Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagito's killer! But this could be like when Nekomaru died. The killer could have also used some kind of automatic setup. Also, the crime looks very detailed, so they would have needed time to repair.
Alright!
Then whoever doesn't have an alibi before we found the bombs is suspicious. Wait, none of us have an alibi. That's when we all split up to search for bombs. Yeah, that's the problem. Heck.
Like,
At least Akane and Sonya are still around. That's true. I'm not freaking out about it like Kazuichi, but I definitely can't stop thinking about it. When the Monokuma timer reaches 0 2 days from now, what's gonna happen? Huh? What's gonna happen?
obviously
This
wrong.
rotten school trip's gonna end, right? We can finally go back home. Carefree to the end. Does that mean you don't think that'll happen?
Well, yeah.
Monokuma might be planning to make us do something after the countdown ends.
Hey, hey,
What do you mean, something?
shut up!
She's making us kill each other, you know? What could be worse than that?
Damn it!
I don't know. This is Monokuma we're talking about, you know? There's no way this will end smoothly with a countdown. Anyway, like I said before, if we screw up here, it's the end. For now, let's focus on the investigation. Think about the countdown after we live through the trial. Then don't bring up strange stuff like that. Looks like she's deep in thought while staring at the ceiling. There's something strange about the ceiling? Yeah, about that sprinkler. That's one of the sprinkler heads that activated to put out the fire.
well,
You can see a girder right next to it, right? There?
see?
Can you see that red streak? Oh, there's blood up there, too. That's from the rope? Small red line on the ceiling girder. Is that blood? The color definitely looks like blood, but there's no way blood could get up there, right? Plus it's in a straight line. It feels like a rope was coiled around it or slid off of it or something. Chiaki's not waifu material. Definitely strange, I should remember this. Everybody knows Ibuki is the best waifu material. Too bad she's gone. Rest in peace. Anyway, yeah, I'm thinking... Well, then why is there blood there, though? It looks clearly like something was holding the spear up. So, like, someone tied him here, and then when this whole thing knocked, the fire happened. The fire lit the rope, which dropped the spear that killed him, right? But, Ibuki. If that's the case, it's weird. One of us killed Nagito in such a cruel way? It's too bizarre, I can't do anything except laugh.
So just as I thought.
Freaking Kazuichi. Only everyone could go home, nothing would make me happier. No, we should finish the class trial, then we can think about what will happen after. Alright, so the only thing left to do is look at the body. I never expected him to die like this. He was always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. Even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times we were only able to reach the truth because of him. But everything good and bad about him is gone. Yeah, it's not the fire that reached the rope. Why is there blood up there, too? Unless the rope somehow already had blood on it from the bottom and it rotated up? And then across the girder before falling? How would that happen, though? It was wrapped around it, maybe? We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. Now isn't the time to think about unnecessary things. I need to focus on the investigation. For now I need to investigate everything about this body that catches my eye. So there's the knife. Knife is stabbed through his right hand. Did the killer do this? How could they do something so cruel? This knife, it must be from the military base. It does look like a survival knife.
Well,
By the way, it seems the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by that same knife. Which means after the killer was finished stabbing his legs and arm, they stabbed the knife through his hand,
it cannot be.
and then they finished him off with the spear.
How cruel.
How cool. Then does that mean the killer went to the trouble of using two weapons? A knife and a spear? Or they could have just killed him by stabbing him with a knife. Why did they need to use a spear?
You are right.
That is definitely strange. Was there a reason they had to use it? Yeah, it had to be because it was dangling from that rope, right? Oh, right here, a burnt rope. Why is it only connected to one of his hands, though? That's weird. His wrist is tied with rope, but it looks like the tip of the rope burned off. Could this be the result of the fire? But that's weird. If the rope is burned off like this, why are his clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? A lot of the firefighting equipment was removed from the scene. I'm wondering if some of that was like sprayed on the curtain on the back or something like that. His mouth was taped too. Clearly had this agonizing look on his face when he died. Mouth is covered with duct tape. Was this to keep him from screaming?
This is bad.
Ah, what a horrible look on his face. The blood splattered all over. That doesn't help either. Good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape, otherwise I wouldn't be able to look at him. Ah, got a minute? Sorry, excuse me. Jackie moved past Kazuichimi and squatted down next to Nikito's face. He opened it up, and in one swift movement she ripped the duct tape off of his mouth. What are you doing?
It's gonna be fine.
Ah, it'll be fine. I just put it back. I'll just put it back right away once I'm done investigating there.
Hey, hey, hey!
Putting the tape back isn't the issue, you ungrateful swine. You're gonna get cursed! What? Ah, the blood on Nikito's face. It looks like it mostly came from the slice on his arm. If that's the case, it's no use, she's not listening.
Hey, hey.
Hey, about the blood spattered on his face. There's no blood under the duct tape. What's wrong with that?
Well,
This duct tape has crinkles like it was sticking toward the inside of his mouth, right? Nikito was probably desperately moving his mouth under the tape. What's wrong with that? She means his mouth was covered with tape before he got those wounds all over his body. So he tried to shout, which caused the tape to get sucked into his mouth. Is that something we really need to worry about? I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back on his mouth already.
yep.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, this might be some kind of clue. Check his other hand. There's a cut on his upper left hand. His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this wound looks like a slice. That's probably the reason that the wound in his left arm doesn't look that deep compared to his other wounds. Well, regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound and there's blood everywhere.
Super difficult.
There's something strange.
See?
Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from when his left arm was sliced, but doesn't the blood splatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it's splattered? I don't think so. My guess would be his hand was clenched in a fist, so the blood would have only collected on the outside of the hand, but his hand open, so there's no blood on the palm, right? Hey, what's up, Casey? It's all fun and games until some kid gets hurt. Dang it. But yeah, it had to be that his hand was clenched, right? That's the only way the blood could get around everywhere but the inside of his palm. I mean, look at the back. Again, it's only on his outside of his fingers, right? Although that does seem odd. Maybe he did something like this? Yeah. So he was holding something. Yeah, maybe he was holding a rope that held the spear, because he was holding something when his arm was sliced.
See?
That's the only thing that makes sense. It's strange, right? I win. Yeah, sure, Chucky, you win, I guess. Definitely strange. What did the killer do to make the blood splatter? By the way, Gundam is the best girl. Glad we confirmed that. So he was holding the rope with the spear, and he was like, because he's the ultimate lucky student, he was hoping people would find him and save him before he died? Or something? What was he holding? It had to be this rope right here. There's blood all over it. A spear with a flashy ornament on it, impaled deeply into his stomach. There's no way around it. That looks like the fatal wound.
What's this?
Oh my, what's this? Such a strange looking spear, isn't it? A cord extends from the tip of the handle, and there's an iron weight attached to it. I see. You use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear. Is this your first time looking at this too? Of course not! It's the spear of Gungnir, right? You definitely just came up with that. By the way, I wanted to ask you, where did that spear come from? I feel like I saw it at Nezumi Castle. What? Nezumi Castle?
What the hell?
I was designed to be afraid of mice. I can't go in there. Damn you, mice! Damn you all to hell! Alright. Even he doesn't know what's inside the castle. Well, more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming out of the handle... Looks like that part has blood on it, too. That must have been what he was holding in his hand when he sliced his arm or something, or... If he sliced his arm, how did he stab his hand? Why are his legs... I mean, he could have stabbed his own legs. What's up, Nooper? Most intriguing. This section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. That's where he was holding it, right? Makes a lot of sense. About the size of a human fist. Thanks for feeding it to me, game. This section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. Also, Chuck, you mentioned this earlier, but apparently the spear came from Nezumi Castle. Might be better if we confirm that later. Well, he's the one who went into Nezumi Castle first, although everybody else kinda knew about it as well, I guess. The Spear of Gungnir. What else is there? There's this part. Both of his legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillars nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. What's up, Ewan? According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his legs were all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie him up, they also stabbed his legs? Why would the killer do something like that?
Damn it!
At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge towards him. Or they might have been torturing. The exact opposite of Seattle in a few weeks. Does that mean that you'll be going to Eltis? Torture?
Huh?
I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? If you disregard the spear in his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing. Which means the wounds all over his body were from the killer torturing him, right? If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make him confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor?
Even so.
Well, even if this was torture, there's no doubt that the killer must have held a deep grudge toward Nagito.
Damn it!
Choosing to let him die easily, I can totally understand a dark impulse like that. But even if they held a grudge against him, would they really have gone this far? Wasn't everybody outside the building? Nobody has an alibi. Correct. His time of death happened when everybody was searching for the bombs at noon. So it could technically be anybody. I mean, I'm used to this. My classmate's dead body is right in front of me, and one of my peers is the killer. I have to investigate his death so I can find his killer. Am I used to something as abnormal as that? Gotcha. Now then, I guess that's enough investigating the area behind the curtain. Sure, his goal wasn't just killing a Nagito. There should have been another reason. If not, they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of tying him with rope and covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that, there's no reason to inflict any wound other than a fatal one. What was the reason? Looks like I better investigate other areas to figure that out. Alright, I should try investigating the other areas. Inside the warehouse first. Alright. I think we're done here. So this was obviously a thing. There's a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. Panels near the curtain in the back is tipped over and burned. Did the fire do that? Why are they scattered like this? Last time I came here, I seemed to recall them all stacked up, right? Yeah. Maybe we're the ones who made this mess.
See?
Look, the tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? So maybe the reason these panels are tipped over is because we opened the door. Kept it open. With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warnings before they opened the door to the warehouse. It's not opening. Something blocking the door, I can barely move it. It's a trap, just stop it already. I tell you it'll be fine, I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly? They ignored their protests and with a mighty kick the door flew open. Was that it?
Well?
There's something else I've been wondering.
Hey, hey.
These Monokuma panels are tipped over starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other in a straight line. Compared to the other tipped over panels, that line is the only one that's neat and orderly.
So...
Isn't this clearly strange? I agree. Very obvious, I think. I don't know what it set up though. Is that what started the fire? No, because the fire started before they got into the room. So what did that accomplish? Did that drop the spear? Interesting. This is an MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it. But why is that here?
Maybe.
It looks like that weird music was playing from there. You know, that music that was blaring when the fire started? Yeah, it's a Rube Goldberg murder machine. It was Pee Wee Herman. Fucking knew it. He was upset because he pitied the fool that didn't eat their Mr. T cereal. I pity the fool. There's no mistaking that music was playing from that MP3 player. I don't disagree with that, but why was the killer playing music? I think it was to hide the noise from Nagito? There are still areas that I'm finished investigating. Oh, do I have to talk to everybody again? Mattered for Gundam. Oh wait, no, I already listened to this.
Like...
A ton of books. A bunch of books stacked on top of each other. Apparently they contain Monokuma's poetry and photos. Sprinklers completely soaked them. I can't even turn the pages anymore. Well, it's not like I'm missing much. All these CDs, they're all copies of Monokuma's music. He should have burned too. I don't actually want to go back to the back of the warehouse. What have I not investigated up here? I'm confused. Do I need to talk to everybody again, or...? This side is completely soaked because of the sprinkler. Even if there was an important clue here, we might not be able to notice it. Better than the warehouse burning to the ground. Good thing we were able to put out the fire.
Hey, hey.
But there was a lot of smoke. It's a good thing we didn't go inside when we were throwing the grenades.
You're right.
I agree, if we did, we would have been caught by the sprinklers and become all wet and soggy. Miss Sonia's all wet. She's all drenched and soggy. You were thinking that, huh?
Of course not.
I wasn't thinking that at all.
Say what?
Why are you responding, Kazuichi? I was asking Hajime.
Whoa.
You're screwing with me.
This is just...
Oh man, screwing? How lewd.
Hey, hey, hey.
Please don't look at me with such fearful eyes. I only imagined it for a second. As we you should probably just keep your mouth shut. And apparently I still need to talk to people again. Even though I did say I was gonna friggin' kill him.
Hey, hey, hey!
There's no way I would have actually done it. I was just upset, you know? We'll think about the countdown after we live through the glass trial. Alright, so Sonia's the only one I haven't talked to. I like Sonia's focused on investigating the warehouse, which reminds me, there's something I need to ask her about. Now that we're pretty much finished investigating Nikita's body, I think it's time to talk to her. Hey Sonia, do you have a minute? Yes, what is it? I want to talk to you about when that fake bomb Nikita set in the warehouse exploded.
Huh?
What? Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right? It is alright, it is not a bomb. Why did you know the bombs were fake? Well, that's not all either. When we were looking for the bombs, why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching the central island. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you, and what were you doing during that time?
Oh my!
Oh my!
It cannot be.
You suspect me? It is a misunderstanding. I am not the killer. Jesus, shit, you son of a bitch! Sonia's so precious. Sonia?
I am sorry.
Yes, I am terribly sorry. I was panicking. I shall calm down and explain it to you why I was at the military base. You can't just say words like shit. This is a fucking Christian stream. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there. What?
Well,
At first, I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons. I announced it to everyone. So I kept silent the whole time. Does that mean when you heard Nagito planted bombs, you got suspicious and went to investigate them?
that is.
HE double hockey sticks! I suspected the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, so the bombs were nowhere to be found. And because you were searching for them, you were late when we all gathered.
Please listen.
And because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagito brought were from the military base, which means they were fake bombs. How'd you find out that the bombs of the military base were fake? Because I attempted to use one of them. What?
I see.
I thought one of the bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door of the ancient rune. At the time, I still believed the bombs were real, and I thought that I could use one of them to gain entrance to the ancient rune. Oh man, it's Monomi. However, that plan was an utter failure.
The bomb was not real. It was merely a fireworks display. God damn it, all to hell!
That's great. God damn it, all to hell. Like, she clearly doesn't swear much. That is excellent.
I see. So that's why you're the only one who knew the bombs at the military base were fake.
I did.
Showed one of your friends in the leak
And
yesterday.
Mommy as well. She was also secretly
Perfect
thinking
film
about
for a
the
couple
bomb.
of teenage nerds who love politics. Ah, nice. Gosh darn it all to heck. Watch your mouth, horrible. Wow. Just throwing that out there like that. I did, as did Monomi as well. She was also secretly peeking at the bomb.
Which means
If those bombs are the same ones that disappeared, it would mean Nagito took them. That is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagito blew up the hotel lobby. That bomb was real, and I could not stop thinking about it. But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagito's plan all along. He showed us a real bomb to make us believe that the bombs he set were real as well. If so, then Nagito's actions were extremely calculated. I have not seen that. Sounds interesting though. Problem is his reason for doing it. With this, I've explained everything.
do you have a minute?
There should be no more reason for you to doubt me. You're right, I got it. Sonia's account has been added to the truth bullets. I've pretty much finished looking for clues inside the warehouse. I was able to find some clues, but there's still so many things I don't understand.
Hold it.
You look worried. Yeah, I am.
Well,
At a time like this, it might be good if you broaden your investigation range. It's good to investigate other places. She might be right. There are several things I've been wondering about besides the crime scene. The military base that Sonia mentioned, the plushie factory next door, Nozumi Castle, and Nagito's room. Can understand the reason for his actions if you know more about him. Pretty sure the others have already finished investigating.
Can you hear me?
Hey, you guys! Isn't it about time we leave this place and try exploring other areas too? In response to Chiaki, the others gathered around.
I see.
I agree, I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems we have the same idea. But is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime scene.
Yep.
We don't have a choice. There just aren't enough of us. Besides, we've investigated all we can here. I guess you're right.
See?
Also, it looks like the clues we found aren't enough to place the incident together. So, we need to search for them in order, in other areas, probably. Well, alternatively, there aren't any clues in other areas either. We'd have to give up completely. You don't really need to say that, though.
Hey, hey!
Then it's okay if we leave? It's okay? I guess. There's no time for us to stand around. In order to survive, there's no other way except to find Nikito's killer. If we don't sacrifice that person, nobody can survive. That's our reality. That's why there's no time for us to stick around. Well, the plushie factory's right here, so why not? There's a lot of clues to go through, I think. Also, rest in peace, my face, which just dissolved into nothing for half a second there. Oh, for some reason, my controls aren't reversed anymore. Sweet. Life-size Monokuma plushies are crammed inside an enormous basket. Oh, it looks like there aren't any clues here. What was this laptop? What I find really suspicious is the break room. Why was all of the fire equipment hidden? And we saw Nikito's video message on the laptop. Is he still watching us from somewhere? If he's not, then how did he time his message so perfectly? No, it looks like the video is set to play after the explosion by a wireless signal from the detonator. Why did he have to use a video message? Because he was all tied up already at the time. My face killer? The time Nikito should have already been killed, which means that video was recorded in advance. Besides the video, there might be data on the laptop that could be used as a clue. With that in mind, I tried messing around with the laptop, but it's no use, it's locked. There's no way I can examine it. If it's locked, then maybe there really is something inside. Interesting. Apparently the bombs that were stuffed on this truck were actually fireworks. The truck looks like it came from the military base. People die if they're killed? My god. Is this a game? Or murder? The world may never know. Okay. The thing in particular that catches my eye about this truck. Why do I... Wait, I don't want to look at the truck again. I want... It said that there's something... Manufacturing equipment. Oh, okay. Ultimate Hacker? Yeah, the Ultimate Hacker... Or the Ultimate Programmer was in the first game, actually. Alright, so the only place that's really full of evidence would be the break room, which is exactly what I suspected. Nothing on the floor that looks like a clue, not even trash. So there's nothing in here at all that's a clue? I have never seen so many Monokumas in my life! Well, Monokumas is exactly someone you would normally run into. However, while I was staring at all these Monokumas, a thought occurred to me.
Well?
The bomb that went off at the lobby might have been set up here.
Do you have a minute?
If you hide the bomb inside a Monokuma plushie, it would make a frightening weapon. Do you not think the group that is forcing us to kill each other would devise something like that?
Amazing!
A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism!
Alright!
Let us rip these apart right away so we can confirm it. Oh, hold on. If there's a bomb inside these, wouldn't it explode if we carelessly mess with it?
Easy as pie.
Either way, it is all gravy! She is adorable. All gravy? What does that even mean? Stop! There's no bomb!
Hey,
You'll know if you just pick me up, see? All you'll feel is the soft weight of cotton.
I see.
Alright.
However...
Then where did Nikito obtain the bomb he used?
who knows?
No wonder. I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base. Tell you the truth, the bombs, they are all fakes.
Please wait.
I know that already. You could have said so earlier.
No.
Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. I feel relieved. But if the bomb wasn't from the base or the factory, then you brought it from the Octagon?
Well,
I must say, you have a good eye there, Sonia. Putting a bomb inside one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it.
That is.
Did I say something I should not have said? It's not your fault, don't worry about it. Nakuma's accounts. Alright, we're done here, obviously. So apparently the fire equipment wasn't suspicious, though. That's thing to me. So we need to go to the castle. We need to go to Nagito's room, and we need to go to the military base. Which I believe none of which are on this. Correct. Furthermore, make a quick save. Checking on my pet. No pooping happened. Yay, no pooping. Alright, where do I need to go? So, I thought it was the 4th island that had the castle. It is. Wait, the 5th island did have the military base? Oh. Now I need to go back. Did I just miss it? Oh, I remember now. Yeah, this one does have the military base. Right after this building. I just was impatient. Yep. I'm just dumb. Fair enough. Helicopter that executed Teru. What about this tank? The bombs were fake. This might be fake too. I'm not brave enough to check. A huge supply of guns and other firearms.
whoa!
Ah, found it! What'd you find? Well, that truck bed over there has guns in it, but I also found stuff like this. A survival knife? Wait, that's the same type that was in his hand. Which means the killer obtained that knife here. So the killer is someone who visited the military base at least once. But that's everyone. No, not me! This is the first time I've been here. That sounds fishy. The reason all this messed up stuff is happening. Leaving guns out in the open is totally dangerous. They gotta take better care of these. Right? Fucking right. It's easy to say that, but there's no one on the island who can do that. I guess... When I tried looking through the truck bed, it's empty. When I first came here, there was something on the truck bed, which means Sonia was telling the truth.
However,
What's up, Akbar? Did Nagito know the bombs weren't real? It's possible he thought they were real as well, but... No, never mind. He said as much in his video message. So, were you surprised? Think about it. Do you really think there are enough bombs to blow up an entire island? Even if there were, a guy like me would never be able to use them. He knew they were fake. He only did what he did to weed out the traitor. Is that really it? Did Nagito only do that to expose the traitor? Maybe there was a different motive behind his actions. Got a car and drinking lunch? Aw, well, happy birthday. I guess I'm done here. Alright, now we can leave. So we need to go to the 4th island, to the castle. And then we need to go to the 1st island and check out Nagito's room. Was there something else I needed to check out? I don't remember. Castle's this way. Well, the spear came from here. I don't remember seeing that spear, though. When I came here, originally. Oh, it was on the wall. Ah, that's why. Spear with a flashy ornament on its hanging from the wall. Spear is definitely it, right?
I see.
Just as I thought, it looks exactly like the spear that killed Nikito. Same whip-like cord is attached to the handle, and there's a weight at the end of it.
Also,
Plus, it looks like one of the spears is missing. There's no mistaking it. The killer took one of the spears and used it as a weapon. Spear of Gungnir, huh? Hanakuma would totally kill him with a lame name like that. Why'd the killer use the spear and a
well,
knife?
yeah.
Yeah, they could have just killed him with a knife, and it would have been easier. No way a spear like this, with this unnecessary cord thing on it, would be easy to use. Yeah, it definitely looks hard to wield. But still, they chose the spear for a reason. I feel a little tired. No matter how much I investigate, I don't feel any closer to the truth. Probably why I feel tired. I'm feeling the strange feeling that I've never felt before, as if Nikito's trying to make us suffer even after he's died. Well, now's not the time to think about stupid things like that. I haven't even investigated his cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. Think. Nice. If we investigate that place, we might be able to find some kind of clue. We'll probably find the book that he found with everybody's ultimates and such, right? Also, my beard is really itchy. Rest in peace, beard. Nikito, you jerk. It's true. He's a massive jerk. Even in death. Is my pet evolved yet? Almost. Now it is. It's in a cocoon. Alright, anyway. Alright, so we'll go check out Nagito's room. Which way was it? Was it this way? Past the farm? This feels like the long way. Whatever. No, here we go. Alright, so the boys and girls are on different sides. Oh, there you are. Hello. How'd you beat me here? Oh my, you wanna go inside Nagito's room?
Hajime.
Ah, Hajime.
What are you gonna do?
I was just listening to Chiaki's request. She wants me to unlock the door to Nagito's cottage because she really needs it for the class trial. She begged me to do it while she was licking my black eye. What? I didn't do that. Then do it! It's sweet because it's made out of black bean. Hey, we don't have time to mess around. Hurry up and unlock the damn door.
Fine, fine.
Fine. I gotta do that, right? Ugh.
Now then. Ba-ba-ba-loose.
Well, what does that mean?
Bye-bye.
See, I opened the door. You can freely investigate now. Bye! This isn't my first time seeing that, but why does the door open with a spell?
Perhaps.
Maybe the cottage key is computerized.
Hey.
More importantly, let's go inside now the door is open. Why is there this pink glowing box? So Nagito was living here, huh? What was he thinking inside this room? What was he feeling as he spent his days in here? I can't even imagine. Wanting to see absolute hope becoming despair so he could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us? No matter how much I think about it, I just don't understand him. I don't even know if he truly believed that. It was especially weird these past couple days. Changed. Oh, that's Monami's treasure. Yeah, that is. Good point. I'm gonna look everywhere but that first. It's like the one in my room.
Hey,
But
hey.
maybe there's something hidden under the bed. It's a usual place for hiding things, right? Yeah, like porn. What was that? Excuse me? Alright. Well, we should still check just in case there's porn. You never know. No expectations without thinking I peeked under the bed. There is something here. Plastic bag from the supermarket. And it looks like there's something in it. It's porn! Oh, wait, what is this? It's a gas mask and rubber gloves. Hide in a computer file like a normal person. These look like the real deal. Did he get these from the military base? A gas mask and rubber gloves. What did he use them for? Gas mask and gloves.
Hajime.
Is there anything else under the bed? Huh, there's a small piece of paper on the floor. Blue aluminum? Round, thin piece of aluminum, huh? The seal's like over jars of mayo, or?
Wait.
Could be garbage, I guess. Who knows? That's weird. Yeah, just name it school stuff. Nobody will find your porn then. That's the last place I would look is for school stuff. Nice, my cottage doesn't even have a fridge. I wonder where he got it from. Probably supplied it himself. Why would we go to the trouble of putting a fridge in his room? Takochiaki opened the fridge out of curiosity. It's a head! Oh, it's poison. Why is there poison? Monokuma's special poison, for poisoning use only! The only thing inside was a brown bottle. Someone who likes cold drinks, I don't really stock very much. Bottle clearly isn't a drink, right? It literally says poison on it. Read the fucking label, dude. Come on. Nothing to note here. Just a big bottle of poison. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death. This,
Could it be?
yeah, it looks like it's poison. There's a warning on the back. Careful with the bottle. Don't drop it. If you worry like that, I'm gonna get nervous. I grabbed the bottle with my hand and began reading the warning label on the back. Poison made specifically for killing someone. It's Monokuma's special poison! This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. Vaporized? Wait! So, did he fill the fire grenades with poison that when mixed with the fire would turn into a gas and kill him? Right? What? In a gaseous state is heavier than air, breaks down in minutes, and is susceptible to height. Yeah. What? That would make sense why the fire equipment was gone. And why the grenades didn't do anything. Because he was causing them to throw grenades at him. So one of them would be the killer? Is it whoever threw the grenade first? What does that mean? Possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cold place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight. This is like a chemical made solely for poisoning. The refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure. Where did Nagito get something like this?
Well?
A question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel, too. Yeah, it doesn't make sense why he would set up his own death. But the evidence is leading that way. Why else would he have all this shit? If not to set up someone else to kill him? Why did he help? Why was he holding the rope with the spear? If not to kill himself with it. The question is, how did he tie himself up and stab himself all over like that? I guess. And if he killed himself, then yeah, who's Monokuma gonna execute? But what if he didn't actually do the the killing blow? What if it was the poison from the fire grenade? Or maybe his goal is, like, if I kill myself, who do you execute? This is interesting.
See?
Be the reason why Nagito was able to obtain such dangerous items. The octagon inside the funhouse. Poison, you must have brought it with him from there too, right?
Perhaps.
He was probably hiding them somewhere in his body during the last class run. Hiding a bomb and poison? How dangerous. What would he have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle?
Hey, hey.
Also, he already blew up the bomb he took with him at the lobby, but what about the poison? It's all going towards the mechanic. It could be the mechanic, I guess. He did say he was gonna kill him.
See?
Looks like the bottle is less than half empty, so was it like this from the beginning? Or did Nagito use it? If so, where did he use it? I wonder, there's still a trap somewhere that hasn't been... No, I'm pretty sure it was already sprung.
Perhaps.
Maybe he was making some kind of trap using the poison before he died. If that exists, it would be real bad. Kill everyone on the island. The hell? You still trying to make us suffer? You still trying to make us suffer even after you died? Alright, we'll go to the big glowing box of value. Fancy looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights is totally standing out. Could this be Monami's treasure? Can you let me know if you find my treasure? It's a magnificent treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights. That treasure box. Chiaki, you know about this?
Yep.
It's really cute. Oh, she was just reacting. Looks like Monami's stolen treasure box. If this is here, that means the thief Monami was talking about was Nikito. Why would Nikito steal it? In order to find out, it might be good to see what's inside.
Hold it.
Is it gonna be okay? It looks a little dangerous. It might be, but this could be some sort of clue, you know? It wasn't important Nagito wouldn't have stolen it from Monami in the first place. I turned back towards the treasure box and cautiously opened the lid. It's a notebook. Why is a notebook inside the treasure box like it's something important? Took out the treasure box and began leafing through it. It's all hand-drawn doodly-doos. What if it's a mimic? Oh god. Roll for initiative. Bad guy. Contains sloppy drawings if they were drawn by children, and entries that look like chicken scratch. Day 1, I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2, Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. Is this a diary? Looks like it. Did Monami write these? Probably. These pictures and entries totally suit her. Kept flipping through the pages. Day 3, day 4, 5, page after page of poorly written entries continued on in the notebook. I don't understand, but it looks like there aren't any clues here. Right when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped at an entry titled Day 6. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go in the final bedroom. He's probably panicking because no one believes him. What?
Hey, hey.
Hajime, did something happen that day? It's nothing. Stop! Don't look at my notebook! Whoa. From out of nowhere, Monami suddenly appeared and took the notebook out of my hand.
I won't forgive
Phew!
you.
I did ask you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside. Oh, that was close. If I'd come any later, you would have seen the inside of my notebook. Unfortunately, you were a little too late.
Huh?
But if this notebook is here, then Nagito was the thief. A lot of things happened. Yeah. Yeah, she did a real good job on those. Thanks. Betrayal! I was betrayed by my beloved student.
Hey, hey.
Hey, that notebook, it's pretty much your diary, right? Diary? It seems that way. That's right, this is my important diary where all my maiden secrets are written. Hey, you're a liar. Look, you always show up out of nowhere. Monami, it's not good to lie, you know. Lie? There's no way you wrote in that notebook. After all, Monami can't even write. What? What are you saying? Jeez, I can write letters easily. I can finally write the letter B.
That's wrong.
No, you can't, because you have no fingers on your hands. Fucking called out. What? See? Bullseye. I know, because I'm the same way.
What?
What? Are you mad? Are you angry that I exposed a weakling like you?
Hey!
So that's what this is about. Seriously trying to crush me.
What are you saying?
What are you saying? There's no way a big brother would ever crush his little sister. Looks like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second. Hey, I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true? What? You said you didn't write in that notebook, is that true? If so, who wrote in it? Well, you know, it's, how should I put it?
Bye-bye.
Bye! Hold on! Damn it, she totally ran away.
Yep.
Same pattern as usual. Looks like it was a waste of time to try to get answers from her. But still, I really wanted to ask her about that notebook. Well, actually, might be better that I didn't ask her. Monomi's notebook. Still things to investigate? What's... Oh, there's that over there. Time for investigating is winding down. The bookshelf might take some time to investigate, so we can try examining other areas. Like this Monokuma taking a bath. Oh, saucy.
No.
Oh, alright. I guess we should do the bookshelf. Genres and types of items are also random. Can't make any sense of them whatsoever.
Well,
They say a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart. Really? I definitely don't know much about Nagito just by looking at this, so what should we do? It'd be really difficult to look through all the piles. That doesn't mean you should ignore it, though.
yep.
I'll leave it to you then, Hajime. Wait, what? Better if a boy goes through another boy's things, you know? There might be private stuff in there. Like porn. Well, that might be true, but... So, I'll leave the shelf to you. I think I just got persuaded to do this without realizing. I sighed and walked towards the shelf. One by one, I started removing the books and items and examining each one. Even as I examined them carefully, they were still a bunch of random books and items. No way there's clues here. Ah, he used the bookshelf to hide the Hope Speak Academy book that he got earlier. That's totally it. Well, that file wasn't the only one I received from Monokuma. This is another one. That seal. Indeed, it's the school badge of Hope Speak Academy. Does that have information about her stolen memories? Fortunately, I couldn't find any clues about that. The file doesn't contain our information, just Hajime's information. But he lied about that. We know that he lied, because there was a cutscene that said it. It only contained information about me, but is that... If I look at this, it should be obvious, right? He said I was from the reserve department and had no talent whatsoever. Might be another one of his lies, too. I opened the file, and instantly I realized something was strange. This really has only information on me, then why is it so thick? You ever wonder why things are so thick? As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me, just as I thought Yukito had lied. Aside from my information, there was information about the others, Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Kane, and Sonia. And everyone who died had pages of information about them too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information, my ass! Can't believe you'd make up such a strange lie. That means the rest of it might be a lie too. I turned to the page containing my information and began reading through the content. The profile contained basic information such as my date of birth, my height, and weight, and so forth. There was one thing that specifically caught my eye. The words reserve course student. There was no denying it. It confirmed that I truly was a reserve course student. Reserve department. Why is this the only thing that isn't a lie? Why am I the only one here who's from the reserve department? Why am I here with all the other ultimates?
Hey, hey.
Did something happen, Hajime? Ah, well, I just found a strange file. Ah! Isn't that the special prize Nagito received when he cleared the final death room? As I recall, your student profile should be in there. It's not just my profile. Profiles of everyone on the island are in here, too. Nagito was lying.
Huh?
You say everyone, do you mean everyone? Yeah, it's just basic information, but there should be profiles for all 6. The profile for Byakuya's would be what I'd be most interested in, by the way. Because the Byakuya in this game looks completely different than the one in the first game. I found that really odd. So that would be the first file I'd actually be interested in. Can I take a look at that file? He leaned against me and peered into the file. Go on. People put on weight sometimes? Wow! No, he just looks totally different. It's not just the weight. Not even the same character.
You're right.
My profile's
My
really
profile,
in here.
Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Details?
Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy. If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
I mean, racist or something? Wow.
And it's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
No, it's not.
Yeah, seems like it.
That I've been lied to. Wait, hold on.
Huh?
I just noticed it right now, but
The file.
his name isn't in there, right?
There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles, but his name is the only one missing, right?
Is it Byakuya?
Who are you talking about?
Byakuya. I'm talking about Byakuya Togami.
Fucking got him.
Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere.
Poo 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 poo.
No way!
So what if a name isn't written in that file? Perhaps based on that, you think he might be the traitor? No, it's not just because his name isn't written in here. That's not the only thing, or the only reason I think he's suspicious. Stop being right. They gave us so many clues. He participated in the killing school life at Hope's Peak Academy, right? For someone like him to be in a similar situation on this island, no matter what, it's definitely suspicious. Well, it pains me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life,
Too bad.
it's totally wrong. There's a completely different reason. A different reason?
You're getting all riled
How should I
up.
put this? You guys have been getting all worked up about that Byakuya for no reason. Which means the great mystery that you think surrounds that Byakuya doesn't exist. You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation. What do you mean?
What the heck?
You don't have to ask me that. You know the answer just by looking through those profiles, right? What? One by one, I started flipping through the pages and confirming the names. And suddenly I came across a page that was filled with questions. The ultimate imposter. Every section was filled with question marks. It could barely be considered a student profile. I was only able to confirm one thing, though. The ultimate imposter. That's that Byakuya's true identity. He was a fake that was pretending to be the ultimate affluent progeny? A fake?
Hey,
The fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. Surprisingly enough, that's the correct information regarding him. Ultimate imposter has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender is unknown. Basically, he doesn't exist. Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody. That's his talent. Though I'm not jealous of that at all. That person wasn't really Byakuya?
Perhaps.
Is that why he was so much fatter? Wow! When he was involved with the killing school life?
so
His
cool.
physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters are killed like that. And he was lying to us the whole time?
But still,
But he couldn't help it. Why couldn't he help it?
oh,
Because that was his talent. What? Well, having talent means you're also bound to that talent. The moment you obtain talent, your way of life has already been chosen for you. No, I mean, she's not wrong. Just so, you know, blatantly out there. Can't do anything else except rely on that talent. Regardless of whether you want that life or not. In that sense, compared to the other ultimates, your life might be a bit more liberating. What the hell?
Anyway,
Anyway, I'm not happy that you guys fell for a scam that I had nothing to do with.
that's right.
I'll tell you straight up, this revelation about Byakuya is exactly the truth. Then, what was he trying to say to me at that one time? I cannot talk to others about my past. I suspect that my skeptical nature is partly to blame. Distrusting others and being distrusted in turn. For a long time, my life has been a living hell. Scamozed. Based on the context, if I had to guess, maybe he was just complaining that he was cursed to wander the earth as nothing more than a fraud. A hack fraud. Dude, it's the on the bone meat. You know. Damn it. Still rubbing it in. But if you guys had your school memories, you never would have betrayed him in the first place. Or been betrayed. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him for the first time. But since you guys went to Hope Peak Academy, you should have known about the ultimate imposter already. So, in the end, it all leads back to memory loss. Geez, the Future Foundation sure is awful. There's no way you should ignore Monami or the traitor. Who's the traitor? Just from looking at these 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who the Future Foundation traitor. Really? Someone like that?
Of course!
Well, obviously you wouldn't know. I made that file so you guys couldn't find out.
Could it be?
So it's just as I thought. You're the one who did that.
Hey,
The fact that there are 16 profiles in there is what's wrong. I mean, the traitor's a spy sent by the Future Foundation, not a student from Hope Peak Academy. So it's Monami? I mean, that was obvious. You made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in here?
Correct!
Oh no. Wait. You bastard! It wouldn't be fun if we figured out who the traitor was so easily.
Hey, hey.
Then we can't use this file to figure out who the traitor is, huh? That was true for Nagito too, right? Well, I mean, probably, I don't know. Alright. Well, it's dripping with despair, isn't it? You wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue.
Are you sure about
Was that a
this?
wise decision? Time's up, you know! Wait, time's up.
Bye-bye!
Excuse me for a moment. Oh no. That chime. That means it's time for the trial.
What is most important for living things?
Not, but is it porn?
Well, personally, I think time is.
Oh.
I mean, your bank account may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right? That's why we gotta cherish time. There is nothing more wasteful than wasting time.
Okay.
So, time's up. We will begin the last class trial. So please gather at Monokuma Rock.
Wait, last class trial? What does that mean?
I'll see you soon.
The last class trial?
Yep.
Yeah, I heard it too. He really did say last trial. What? Do we believe him? Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? 2 more days. And he said something about the killing school trip ending, right? Based on the time limit, this might definitely be the last one.
But still.
But I can't imagine that it's the real end. I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that. Monokuma's still planning to make us do something. Maybe after putting us through all this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once.
Well?
Still, it's not a good idea to think about it too much, I think. I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first. You're right. Class trial for Nagito's murder. Man, we're screwed. I haven't collected my thoughts because we were so focused on the file. I still can't see who killed Nagito.
But still.
Well, you don't have to worry so much. What?
Right?
I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know? Hey, you're right. We're not alone. Even if it's a mystery that can't be solved alone, as long as everyone cooperates and works together. If we do that, things will turn out fine. Yeah. Totally. Everyone's gonna be totally fine. I'm sure. Yep. Sure. I guess. Sure.
Damn right.
Well, looks like everyone's here.
Huh?
Wait, is this it? Shouldn't there be more?
Damn it.
Stop it, you're making me depressed. Stupid fool. You're making me depressed! So, is it going to happen again? The cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends? But, once we're through with this, we can go back, right?
That's right.
That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the last trial.
Damn it.
Well, we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily.
Of course not.
Why can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do all this is the one saying it, not... or, you know?
You know, right?
That's why I'll definitely survive. We can really go home after we deal with this last trial.
That's right.
I'll definitely find out who the killer is, no matter what. Even if I have to pull out all the stops. What the fuck? Why are you here, Monami? You haven't realized it yet? That feeling of wanting to leave this island, thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know?
Huh?
What are you saying?
Got it?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. Planning something far worse. Stop trying to jinx us.
I'll pick you up.
Damn right, stupid rabbit should just shut up. Wow. Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair. What? I have finally realized after losing my powers. I've realized that cursing your powerlessness or your fate accomplishes nothing. Possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it. In order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. So I will fight!
Huh?
What the hell is her deal? I do not really know, but she seems different from before. Maybe she read a self-help book. God, I hate Kazuichi.
Wait.
But her eyes, she looks so determined. Is that an Undertale reference?
You...
What can you tell just by looking at those button eyes? Anyway, make sure you turn off Mini-Maru. It'd be annoying if you started talking during the trial. Fine.
But still.
Somehow I understand what Monami is saying, I think. Anyway, let's get going to the last class trial.
Yep.
You're right, we need to fight as much as we can, no matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. It was the end. I kept saying those words to myself over and over within my mind. I entered Monokuma Rock.
Yeah.
Elevator ride. This will be the last time for this too, right? God, I hope so.
Well,
Let's worry about things after we're finished. There's so few.
you are right.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us.
Damn it.
Killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is gonna go smoothly. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that. Nagito was problematic in many ways, but was also a valuable asset during the trials. Yeah, you're right. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. But even if he's gone, the ones who've survived need to stand and fight. We must fight. And then the door slowly opened. This bright light greeting us. Is that the light of hope? The light of despair?
Well now.
Well then, now that chatterbox Nagito's gone, there are only 6 of you left.
Shut the hell up!
Just fucking start this already.
Hey!
Hey, this is it, right? This is really the last class trial, right?
Yep.
Yep, sure is. So you gotta show some enthusiasm and make sure you give it your all.
Alright!
Didn't I tell you? He said it! This is the end!
Now then.
Now then, let's get this trial started.
Viva killing!
This is the last class trial. Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other. The 5th trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last trial. That curtain is about to rise. Nagito Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. His true nature held such a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove that hope will never lose the despair. He said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up. But there were also times he saved us, too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. I have no idea at all who did it, but there's no way we can end this without knowing. We'll be consumed by despair. That's why we absolutely have to find out. The person who finished off Nagito. The killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we will need to reach the truth. And if Monokuma says this is really the last class trial, that's all the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair, the last one, has begun. Well, yes, I would love to save. So, I think that's gonna be it for today. I think Nagito killed himself. Or somehow set up somebody else as the killer through the use of those bombs or something.